have enough tape on core to really make that clear declaration. Obviously, we're seeing Kumi go back onto the Jet, Smoking to continue to play the Yoru, but that Cypher, to me, is the biggest question mark. We've seen other teams run Veto on this map, and especially knowing SRB's composition, a Veto would have been absolutely massive to shut down all of the initiator utility that they bring in. Nice little lineup there, but once again, this is going to be an interesting map here for core to try and win.
The hand cannon's down from long range. Spike is down. 2 players left for SRB. Spike is got to be one of the worst spots of all time. Just out in the open, out in mid. And Satellite Nature, they have a Herculean task now to try and pick that one up. Nature's trying. See that little hop? Can he get it? Yes, he can. Still meeting the cannons, though. Yo.
That's a bandit.
Yeah. It's free bandit. I mean, this is ridiculous, ludicrous behavior, really, if it manages to sneak away another kill. There's one. Kumi dead. Double swing. Go on. You got it in ya. One classic, one ghost, and Satellite. Hang on. Moose. Surely not. Surely not. Okay. Moose. Okay. Oh, clutches that one, but that looked dicey in the end. A sigh of relief for core as they pick up a pistol.
I mean, it's so funny that it is a sigh of relief, but really core are the ones who are under the microscope right now, given the fact that they lost that map. And like that I said, everything kind of stacked against them, and just, you know, a little bit of a shamble there for SRB, just losing the spike in the middle of things, making the pistol round near impossible. And Satellite, once again, stepping up to the plate, almost winning that one out, but just losing it at the end against Moose, who, you know, is just very consistent. And that Cypher pick to me must be just a comfort pick for Moose. I think that's the only reason why we're really seeing that one come through. But still, lots of questions to get answered, as you know, that was just the pistol round. Still want to see how these teams actually decide to navigate through things, especially given that this is just such a strong map coming out for SRB. Reminder, they've played this map 4 times and they've won this map 4 times. So coming in with that 100% map win rate, but we said the same thing for core on Split and Shopify walked away with it. So who knows how this one can play out.
I think a brief little pause here, so Moose kind of just tapping away on his phone. Yeah, not sure what this one is. Maybe a brief little tech pause. Can't imagine it's going to be a timeout.
Nah, not this early on.
Timeout after the pistol? Crazy work.
They're that scared. They're quivering in their boots that they needed a timeout. Yeah. Oh, man. But at the same time, you know, it's kind of nice because you get to see a little bit more of the map. Shout out to the observers. I didn't even know about that weird spinning golden hourglass just above mid. That one was a new one to me.
Oh, yeah, should be getting into this one in just a moment. Is this cake as well? Is this all cake? I did see one of the comments in the chat. Could be cake. Everything could just be cake. Yeah, exactly. Is it cake?
Even the bullets, even the workout equipment in Moose's room, which is such a crazy flex
setup, by the way. Yeah, insane setup from Moose. Having the PC in the corner is, yeah, that's mad respect.
Yeah, gotta get those gains before you get those dubs, you know.
Yeah, oh for sure. Just getting a word in now from producers, but I think, yeah, it's a little tech pause going on between the 2 teams, just making sure everything is good to go. Get this one out the way early, you know.
And I want to talk about, like, one of the big reasons why a lot of people are casting doubt specifically on core on this map is that, sure, 1-13 scoreline that we saw them do against EEPY, but that was literally the very first map that they played, you know, like a long time ago.
Still, oh, Kumi taking a little bit of damage there. Still, though, on the site, happy to stay. Gets one. Spike still gets planted, though, with Ion. Here now, recall, getting away. The defuse is just going to come through, no? Just going to stick this one, no? Yep, sounds good to me. Boost with the rifle, of course, and there is a scope just looking down that choke. There's the defuse. Bit of free money and a kill for Xander.
I mean, you heard the moment that I realized, I'm like, wait, they're going to stick the spike there? And then you see Ion go through, completely just teleporting away. The complete backline is just opened up. And yeah, there's just Core just moving through. Like, all right, if you're going to give us the space, we'll gladly take it away. And barely drop anything. Only one person going down for Core. So very open and shut case for Core to get that second round. An outlaw in the hands of Kumi. A lot of weapons being bought up here. While SRB, it's going to be just rifles, as to be expected here. And Ion opening it up against Smoke.
Oh, didn't expect that. Oh, Kumi gets away. 1 HP, okay. Oh, well, 5. Surely doesn't give him a shot there. There you go. Nice bit of timing there from Xander. Ends up killing Kumi in the end. They've already lost 2 players with Fly now pushing up through mid. Gets spotted out. Okay, SRB should be in the books.
That really should be. You see them now moving over to that A site, but just doing a good job of playing patiently, honestly. Bit of over-aggression coming through from Core. Try and find that opportunity, find that backstab, but it really just... SRB, their patient attack. Make sure that they're going to be able to find those people, and they will continue to find Note there. Now all up to Moose. Guardian in hand up against 5 rifles. So yeah, Jaws, I think this one is all but over at this point.
Oh yeah, pretty much done. Start the spike maybe. Nice early kills. Curious how Smoke ended up dying there. Ended up getting wallbanged. Didn't quite catch that one. And then Kumi went for like a super aggressive peek with the operator. Not the operator, sorry, the outlaw.
I mean, yeah, you got the lower weaponry. You want to find a moment there to try and surprise your opponents, but hey, maybe I'm reading into this a little bit too much, like most people read into horoscopes, right? But
yeah, go on.
I get the sense that it is Core feeling like they need to make plays happen, which isn't a good read of SRB's play style. And especially given the compositions kind of coming into this one, you know, obviously Moose on that cipher being the biggest thing that we've been talking about so far, it still feels like a bit of a mismatch and a bit of Core maybe not preparing as much for SRB as we're expecting. Of course, I might still be wrong. It's only been 3 rounds, but those are the vibes I'm getting in the air right now.
Such a Gemini thing to say, bro. I have no idea. I have no idea about horoscopes. Oh, yeah. One, I didn't know. And also, 2, I don't know about horoscopes either. I also don't know that I'm a Leo. There you go. Little mid presence there with the drone. Quickly taken care of. And yeah, again, so kind of to your point there, Core now feeling, okay, maybe we don't need to do something. We can just bide our time a little bit, explore with the drone. Now we take presence in mid as they push both Kumi and Moose up all the way. No trips or anything here, so they might actually be able to catch out Nature. Execute comes in on B. Nature's been caught out, but actually it's Moose that falls flat. They eventually get the trade there, of course, but on the site now is SRB. Satellite in heaven, spots the barrel of 1, gets traded quite quickly, though, is SRB take down another. 2v3, an op in hand for Smoke. 2 players now for Core in heaven with a nice little overwatch, but they've got to get down and actually onto the site, and there's SRB players waiting for him.
It teleports through. Note just looking for an opportunity. Misses the paranoia, but finds Exa.
It's Exa, and now Ion. He's just waiting around this corner, takes down the op player, and now Note is going to get saturated, and an easy swing kill from Ion will put their second on the board.
Great stuff coming through that time for SRB. The kill that Nature's able to find there is so big. Core hoping to really just establish dominance in all of these different directions, but at the same time, SRB, they've got each other's backs. They're making sure that multiple people are going to be watching things, and then when it comes down to those clutch scenarios, you know for sure Ion is going to be good for it. Coming from the team where everyone was just looking for the 1vx scenarios and somehow winning it out. Great stuff from SRB as Core back down to Sheriffs yet again. They're going to try and make something happen, getting the gamble stack set up onto that A site. Could be Note watching B, having a little bit of support, but at the same time, it really doesn't feel like the Cypher utility is getting as much value as you would want.
Mentioned before, but yeah, maybe a bit of safer pick in a way, not a safer pick, sorry, just a comfort pick. Because there's multiple ways that from SRB to destroy the util, right? You've got Sova, Tejo. Ion jumping across. There's the cam. Oh, it ends up backing off. Nice cam positioning though, I like that. Going for a bit more of a defensive one, making sure they can catch people on the cross, and very rarely you like hard swinging that or anything, so pretty nice to get information. But if you look on the other side of the map, SRB making a push in.
Oh boy. Could be walking into 3 members. Oh, jeez, look at those sight lines. Oh, that's crazy. But the recon drone actually will be huge here to scout this out. Is all right, yeah,
they're like, uh-oh, well, we got to do something. And yeah, that drone basically foiled their plans. And they blasted off like Team Rocket. Oh, Moose lands a nice little tap on the head of Ion, but I mean, it's 2 sheriffs versus 4 rifles. I mean, come on. Oh, 3 rifles and a scope.
Was able to pick up a rifle here. Satellite, though, does still have the Armageddon. You can see that they're setting up just in case they need it.
1 enemy remaining.
Yeah, all good. 1 tap will do it. Moose has got a gun, though. But wants to just get out of there. Yeah, he's going to save that one. 4 players not dying, though, for SRB. They only lose Ion. SRB looking good. This has happened a couple of times here with QOR winning these early rounds, and then it kind of snowballing out of control for them. Over the next couple, we'll see how many more SRB can get off the back of this one. Of course, QOR were on a pistol round, so... or not on a buy, I should say, not a pistol, but you know what I mean. A cheap round.
Yes. And like I want to take a moment to kind of focus on how the Tejo salvas are really going to be good, especially with how QOR set up their defense. Because the biggest thing, even after all of the nerfs on Tejo, is that you can use those salvos to clear corners or clear expected positions that you expect your enemy to be in. And once again, one of the reasons why they had to nerf Tejo so much was because the fact that it was like on cooldown was kind of nuts, of course, but it's so effective at relocating members into awkward positions. And well, we're seeing Tejo get maximum value in the hands of Satellite right now. Honestly, just finding a lot of frags, but the salvos have been doing a really good job at clearing a lot of those sticky corners that QOR might be hanging out in.
Way quicker this time around, using that wall first. It's going to be a dart that's going to not even reveal anybody from SRB. I think got instantly destroyed. And there comes the ult for Moose. Okay, now they know exactly where they are, all in A main right now. There's a lot of util being thrown in already, so they can't exactly tap the spike, not at least right now. There comes the Armageddon. A flash in hand. So again, waylaying this spike. I mean, good luck tapping this one. They're still going to get through the Astrosucks.
Oh boy.
There's one. Smoke gets a headshot onto Nature. Nice swing from Kumi though. It's aggressively pushing out. SaD gets one, but it's shut down instantly. What a push from Kumi. That's a round for QOR.
Jeez. It's just like all the stars aligned to allow Kumi to fly through, and they're completely unscathed. Like, you see, so many players were reloading on SRB. The Armageddon gets utilized as well, and sure, it goes I think to like out from the inside of A all the way to the outside. I think I would have done it the other way to try and funnel players into you, but what that actually does is, like, you can tell all the spam coming through the smoke. It forced people to have to reload because they're running out of bullets, and that's when Kumi can walk in there and strike. And as soon as that door's kicked open, well, all the members of QOR flood through. So an excellent stabilization to get us to 3-3.
All buys lonesome right now with smoke. Doesn't end up getting revealed, but the drone is going to spot him, doesn't he? Oh, actually didn't even hit the drone. Convergent path dodged by smoke into the site. Are SRB already?
And now Ion still playing so far forwards. I want to keep your eyes though on Satellite, who is really far back, just making sure no one goes through on middle. And oh, Exit using the Viper's Pit as well, so Smoke gonna respond with the dimensional drift.
They've gathered some information. hoping to get some spam kills, but everybody can kind of chill in this choke point. Exit is not really any danger right now. Spotting the barrel through the noxious gas, though, as Smoke and Kumi ends up coming up with kills. Viper's pit disseminates, and, well, they've got 3 players on the spike. They're trying to go for the defuse, but they don't even manage to get half. They need to be able to tap once again and actually go for a full stick now, but the spike carrier, or the spike diffuser is killed by that dart. And that will be that. Nature with some heroics, managing to secure the round for SRB.
Satellite and Smoke almost meeting there, aware of where each other are. Smoke wins that duel. Smoke with 4 kills in the midst of that round. And once again, I have to highlight, I really feel like Nature, he's just like, listen, I'm dead. I'm just going to make sure that my team wins this round. We saw it earlier with the Nightfall getting utilized, but this round just kind of tosses out the shock dart, and it's just like, I'm going to die. That's fine, as long as this finds value to allow the stall to happen, to let Satellite get set up. Satellite just a little bit too slow in the turnaround that time around. Really had to step it up, and thanks to that shock bolt, it becomes a winnable scenario to make sure that SRB take it. But that was still a nail biter coming in from both these teams.
They're going really fast again. Iron onto the site, unable to recall, but good coordination. A nice little crossfire takes down the way. Like, oh, Exa! Uh-oh. Oh,
whoopsies.
A little bit of a mistake, but Nature, he made up for it, kind of. Ends up getting Kumi and a second. 2 kills for the Sova. Flyer in heaven. Xander and Satellite off site, and not a spike in their hands, unfortunately, as QOR, they're going for an aggressive swing on this, and Satellite was waiting for them. Now Flyer in a 1v2 sitting on top of the spike.
Oh, wow.
Oh, gets stunned too.
Deploying the enemy map.
Such good understanding
spots
coming
too.
through from Satellite.
Shock dart.
And he's still in an awkward spot. Smoke does end up getting popped down. Flyer just trying to spam through it. Spike taken. Spots the Teho. Unfortunately, he doesn't land a single bullet. And now, well, Xander Satellite are booking it to
left.
A. Oh, Flyer thinks it's a fake. Unfortunately, it's not.
I was going to say, like, SRB as well, one of those teams that likes to run that fake, and given the timeline, I think at this point, Flyer has an inkling what's going to be going on, but yeah, Spike going to go down here. This one is going to be tough. At least the Recon Bolt is available. Maybe, oh, you can see him.
Yeah,
just like,
you can see
oh,
it. Just,
man.
Oh, I didn't call that right.
So we'll try and make this one happen. Look at the positioning, though, from these 2 players. Satellite already getting aggressive, but
It's got util.
gives up the 1v.
One enemy remaining.
Oh, still manages to get it, though. Only loses, what, 35 HP there.
Revealing area.
That dart is going to basically give away the position. Oh, no, it's not. Ends up hitting it with the bounce. I thought he might just try and hit it on the window frame. Xander can just hear Flyer just jumping around, bee-hopping like his Mario. And there you go. The easy kill.
Oh, good like push and pull coming from those last 2 members on Shopify Rebellion. Xander, obviously, on the Astra, just really has to stay alive. And on the flip side of that, Satellite has been kind of fragging out here. Excuse me. And so let's just send Satellite in, see if anything works. All the util is already expended. A little bit of a misplay getting caught on camera there, but just good awareness at the very end. And like you said, I mean, making up for the mistake that kind of happened at the start of that round there. Nature able to find a couple of kills, even at the playing field just a little bit. Although I'm sure Exa would have loved to play the game.
I'm sure Kumi would like to play the game as well. Reset the round, please. 2 players pushing up. SRB. Kind of, this happened before, though, on the previous map, right, where QOR like to push these extremities a little bit early, and SRB just hanging back, playing slow. They're going to do it again. They're going to 2-face this. Okay, no, at least gets us 1, and a second 2. Heaven Peak. SRB have lost 2 players, and Smoke spotted out. Yeah. We know you're trying to take every single inch of this map, but we're going to make our way towards Heaven instead. They're going to hear that door being broken and Moose on a perfect angle to stop this push from happening. Exa, though, with a nice little swing, ends up taking down the Cypher. Smoke on an angle. The timing was good for him. Exa, the still kills Smoke, meaning the site is completely empty. A 2-on-2 with now Exa pushing that back site. They're not playing together here, unlike QOR players who are going towards Heaven, but this could be a perfect timing for Exa to spring a trap.
This is good as well. They are so unaware of where X's position could be, and yeah, Salvo's still available.
They got half. Flyer dies though. Oh no, they got so much util. Yeah, and the spam and the smoke as well. SRB up to 6.
Usually I'm not a fan of them splitting up, but SRB, it's just been going so good for them every single time that
and
they
you got
do
to find
that.
something as well, right?
Yeah.
You got to find something. You got to find a kill onto the Tejo or somebody to stop those salvos and mollies, snake bites, whatever, like landing on that spike on the post plant.
Yeah, and you can see it on the players right now. They're really starting to heat up here, and this is another thing of this composition. Like, you look at SRB's side, they have so much stall utility. They really just need to get that spike down, and Ion starts it out. Flya, see you in the next round. So fast, and already a clean headshot on this pistol buy for Core. Note the only person coming in with a bulldog, but I don't know. That's this is still really not looking good for Core.
I know they like to push super early, and even SaD was playing all the way back in that B area and in Nest. Oh, they see the gun being thrown. Well, I know someone's there at the very least. Good shot onto Ion. Smoke's been spotted out by the drone. Backs all the way up. Ends up coming back in. Of course, they still have presence in the site. Smoke over the top, but Exa peeking around that wall ends up picking up one. Smoke goes down. Note now in a good spot, but SRB just lying in wait. Note with the hero gun there, didn't manage to find all of anything.
That's so funny, man. Like, oh, how'd you realize they're coming around the corner? Well, I saw a sniper rifle fly.
Ooh. Man. Sheriff's ahead. But HP for nature too, but they're off site, man. They got Astra, they got well, unfortunately nature has got the recon bolt, hasn't got any shock darts, but doesn't matter. Everybody's been revealed by that, so yeah, good luck. Good luck, have fun. Yeah. There's Kumi with 2. But unfortunately, the round's going to go SRB's way. At least unfortunate for Core. SRB pretty happy with themselves. 7-3 in the half. Still got Astral, and they still got a whole lot of money left in their bank. Their econ is looking good.
It's still so funny to me, but yeah, I mean, once again, the big thing. Oh, wow. Didn't expect that angle on that kill, I'm going to be honest with you. But the whole thing, once again, the zeitgeist or the whole core plan of SRB's build-up is really just to play this post-plant. It's get in there, get the spike down, and then you can play post-plant positioning. Something that, you know, Effie's is bringing that experience from the Shopify Rebellion Gold team. It's so classic of them to just get the spike down and then play that spam utility, and we're seeing more of it come to fruition here.
Push heavy again. Saturate's going to help with the kill on Takumi. Oh, Ion! Picked out of the sky by Flyer. He's going to kind of run through this one. Actually decide against it maybe, as B is completely open apart from that trip at Xander's feet. Going to spot it. See it. Jump straight over. Oh, well. Unlucky. Well, gave up the goose there, Xander. It's all right. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I mean, the good thing here for Core is that actually SRB used that Cosmic Divide. At the same time, they must be so aware where this player is. Nope, actually spots out Xander.
Big Cam still in that same spot as well. AO hanging around in Nest. Oh, Paranoia is really good, but no follow-up, unfortunately, by Moose.
Last player standing.
No gets taken down in his own smoke. Almost too obvious there, but now it's Moose versus
Camera taken out.
3 players. Camera down as well. No swans on site at the bare minimum. An impossible round now. Yep, Spezzi's X is just creeping around that backside. That's another one for SRB. Marks, this is slowly just falling through Core's hands. And we're going into the last round and a half at 8-3. Core, they need to find something because this aggressive early push out from their chokes is just not working out.
No, it really isn't. And every single round, like you can see, once again, the only person who doesn't have stall utility really is Ion. And Ion's been doing a good job at kind of busting the door open, right? Like finding those advanced positions, knows exactly where to look when entering in onto the site. Sure, that last round, it was just kind of like walking in on the right site to be able to guarantee that spike plant. But generally speaking, SRB have been doing an excellent job at finding them. Convergent paths now online.
I'm gonna go straight in as Ion takes down Moose. Okay, all that side to util now, put in the bin. SRB have already made their way onto the site and standing tall. They've still got the pit to use. They've still got the Armageddon. I mean, there are two good ults still with this pit, to be honest with you, but it's only Flyer and Smoke left to actually follow up on this one. Oh, there's the Hunter's Fury. Oh, and he gets the tag. Gets the second one too. Nature ends up going down. A perfect combination of ults there from Smoke and Flyer. Still, though, the spike in a decent spot for SRB to actually retake it, and the pit is still active. Oh no. Oh no! No, SaD dodged out of it again. 2 shock darts. Throws on 5 HP and they couldn't get him. Oh, Exa is just hiding in the smoke with the shorty. Going from bad to worse. Cores half. It's just not looking pretty. Oh, hello. And there you go. SRB with 9 rounds to 3 as they switch sides. This is a match point as well here. One more and they lock themselves in a grand finals here for stage 1.
Kumi really trying to make that one work. Obviously, a classic combination of ultimates, but the only one you really needed to kind of fish out was going to be Exa. And unfortunately, somehow in the midst of all of that, Xander stays alive. Once again, sometimes it's just fated in the stars that Xander was going to survive there. 2 shock bolts, none of them landing, despite the fact that that is exactly where Xander was. And to top it all off, Satellite had an Armageddon just in case things got too dicey. So SRB, a dominant attacking half. But now that we've swapped over, let's see how this one goes. We know that Moose tends to be a little bit more of that lurker player, and so that additional space could go huge. Ion, though, gets spotted out.
Nice dodge from Smoke. Oh, can't dodge those bullets though. Straight down the window go 2 players and Exa 2v1. Nice triple kill. My word. There's something to be said about the morale just being completely shot from Core here. I mean, we spoke about how they lost to what, Sleepers in an abysmal abyss.
Yes.
And it's not quite as abysmal, but they're on 3 rounds. They won the pistol on the first half. They've lost this one. Exa lands a 2v1 and then finishes it up with a 4K. Morale right now is surely through the floor. And questions land, like also timeouts are going to come into play at some point. Core need to find their footing here because this game is running away from them. This series is running away from them. Oh, in this game. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it honestly, this is slipping away from them. And Core have had such a long streak of wins leading up into this point. And once again, the only series that they've ever dropped in Challengers so far has been against Sleeper, in that time where they got the 1-13.
Oh, Satellite setting up. I mean, Marks. Oh, I'm scratching my head. I'm scratching my little head, wondering how Core can come back in. Obviously, it's not full buy, of course, but still, SRB taking this round, the 11-3. They got some guns. Like, they're full vibing right now. Good shot from Moose at the very end. Takes another one with him, but still.
I don't know the right word to describe how SRB are doing this besides the word like professionalism, right? Like you see when they've yielded some of that space, we've got a lot of scout utility thanks to that double initiator combo, in addition to Ion to be able to like fly in and scout things out himself. But a lot of it is just like, hey, let's just make sure that we know exactly what we're going into before we go into it, whether or not it's a recon drone, whether or not it's the owl drone that fly in. They're doing a really good job at getting that information to make sure that Core don't find any of those upper hands against them and force that positioning back so that it works out into the Tahoe utility. Everything feels so well planned out by them, while Core were really just sticking to hoping to be able to win those fights based off of the little pieces of synergy that they built up over time. And we know that these guys can frag, but going up against this utility, you know, combination masterclass we're seeing from SRB. It's so hard.
Right, Kumi's in. Kumi's got a kill. Shut down though. Noted. Oh my word. Note ends up picking up Xander. Spike goes down. 11 for 3 here. As Smoke has found a nice little flank angle. All right, we're back. Thrifties are back. Nice flash. All right, well, 4 on 2. X is still with the gun. Same with Ion. There's going to be a judge though, but they know exactly where they are now. And luckily, Moose and Notes have been able to pick up a gun each. Ion's got the judge. Yeah, there's just no way.
Oh yeah, great job here from QOR this time around. As I was wildly swinging my fist into the air, explaining how SRB are just dominant, we see QOR snatch around back at them, and I think it just came down to working the map and working the map space and denial of information. Whereas every single time we see them go for more of those dry hits, it's a little bit more questionable. But when we see them, you know, take these opportunities, Smoke doing a great job at navigating back around and playing so tricky with some of those positions, especially with the fact that Note's able to zip around himself. There's a lot more room for QOR members to find these tricky positions that can really catch the backs of Shopify Rebellion Black. Take advantage of the fact that they feel so, you know, confident in their play that they're going to be able to win. It will eventually expose gaps. SRB though, this is still very much their map, and it is going to take a lot of effort for QOR to come back into this one if they want to force out that map 3.
Some of the, like a Bucky Stinger, little sheriff action for SRB. QOR now with the rifles, probably hanging themselves here, at least picking up that thrifty round. A bit of momentum back in their favor as well, like morale boosted ever so slightly.
Gonna take every single little piece that you can. I do feel like a lot of the members of QOR are struggling to find what they want to do on this map. But still, there is the opportunity really to start to turn this one around and feel a little bit more comfortable once you start to get the read on what SRB are doing.
There's a Dutch try and reveal. Saw Kumi's ponytail there for like half a frame. Good kill on to Xander. Spike's going to go down. Here comes the rotation for SRB. Still one player though, kind of inserted, however, at Tejo. But Moose ends up falling over. I think that gun went off the map as well, so I'm not sure can Ion actually pick that up. I don't think they can. Look at exit kills now, I imagine.
Yeah, exactly. It's just going to be exit kills. Satellite's in a pretty good position here to punish, especially if that first shot goes wide, which it does. So it's going to be just SRB, you know, playing a little bit more cautiously, and Ion as well holding the Bucky, potentially waiting for someone to pop through here, but it really is just going to be let's go next round and see how we can do once we've actually got rifles, because the QOR flood in just was a little bit too strong for SRB to really deal with that time around.
All right, this is how the comeback starts with QOR on 5. Couple of rounds back to back after SRB won the first and second, but it's going to be a whole host of rifles now for SRB, as well as that op for Ion as well. So something we saw in the previous map, I mean, you're looking at an insane amount of early opening kills with the op.
Keep up.
We'll see if Ion can kind of repeat that.
I mean, Ion's going to be good for it, but the aggressive playstyle might be a little bit more challenging, especially with that operator. We see X actually pop the Viper Spit, and X has been having a great game this time around. Was a little bit quiet on split, but is definitely made up for it here. I think leading the kill feed actually for SRB and the entire lobby. Ion gets smoked out, but still has an inkling. This is where they're going.
There's 3 players in mid right now for QOR. Tejo drone being used to try and clear B main. I think Nature just heard something. Yeah, I just saw him in their little cam there, just yelling something at his team. Now Ion is going to get spotted out. Dimensional drift up to heaven. It's going to stop Fly from moving in. Now those Tejo However, straight onto from the high ground, Xander ends up killing Smoke. Smoke couldn't get the double shot. He shot off and actually get the kill onto the Astra. So Xander's going to be able to stand tall. Up into the high ground, that's a triple kill for the Astra as he jumps back down. Not quite the fourth, but I mean, 3 kills. You're happy with that. 11 HP for Notes. Moose, last one alive. Headshot by Ion. Is SRB on the map and match point.
Oh, you hate to see that one happen. The dimensional drift was perfect in my opinion coming from Smoke, especially with the shorty in hand. Should have been able to seal the nail on the coffin, sorry, on Xander. And yet still Xander not only shuts down Kumi, but also able to find Smoke in the midst of all of that. And so many resources then have to be invested to try to make that one happen. Well, the rest of SRB just have to find their ones. And the map goes in their, or sorry, the round goes in their favor. Xander now has this Cosmic Divide online. Let's see how this one goes. Shopify Rebellion Black ready to get their ticket here to finals in stage 1.
They've got 2 ults. They've got the Hunter's Fury. Oh dear, they're just ripping that straight away, trying to clear that backside. No team kills this time around, but Xander kills Kumi already. There's going to be a little tag there onto the Teho, but now the swing onto the Heaven player. They do result in a kill. However, Nature is going to replace Satellite in Heaven and secure 1. Moose at least gets the trade. There is the drone from Nature. It's going to reveal a little bit of information. In fact, 3 players now trying to look towards ropes. A little reveal onto Flyer is that Cam does get destroyed. Now giving them a little bit more information, the information they needed to secure those kills. Ion in a 1v3, still with the op, full HP, full armor. But what more can he really do? Looks like a quick back off here. They know the position that they are in. 1 more round will give them that spot in the grand finals. So they don't want to give anything over too drastic. They don't want to make anything too crazy here.
And a bit of a change of pace coming through from Core this time, right? Like the complete just rush through, try and find your timings. It worked out perfectly. And even though Ion's going to try and hold on to this rifle, like look at how forwards he is. He wants to find those exits, wants to find somebody looking the wrong way to make sure that the economy is punished even more for Core. But Core have 0 room for error. So they got to play this one smart, carry all their rifles over into this next round. Okay, Shopify Rebellion Black, 6 chances to close this one out before Core force that OT. Potential of bind just on the horizons. And yeah, SRB, they're going to be taking a timeout now. We've seen how effective they've been on this last map. Let's see what FB's got cooked up this time.
I'm kind of shocked Core hasn't called a timeout sooner as well. They still got 2 left in the bank, so first time out of this map. I'm surprised it's taken this long, to be honest, but I mean that's going to be good for Core in the longer term, right? Not really the short term at this point. They're playing it. They're going to have to play it round by round, but at least if they feel like something is wrong at some point, even if they win a round, they can kind of call a timeout. But it's a bit of an odd spot for them to be in. But like you mentioned, I mean, it worked wonders this time out for Shopify Rebellion Black last map. And it feels like it's going to be the same situation this time around.
But at the same time, I still feel like you can't count Core out. I mean,
for sure.
You know, we're seeing them adapt. We're seeing them change stuff up. I do think that unfortunately it's a little bit too far gone at this point, and so it makes it a lot more difficult to try and play flawlessly because they're changing things up. They're trying to adapt based on how Shopify Rebellion Black have been setting themselves up, and it's been working out. Fortunately, though, they slip up one time and the series is over. So let's see. Satellite 1 away from the Armageddon as well, but it is very SRB to not try and push for those orbs. Just play as patient as ever. Satellite's been shooting like no tomorrow, and so you expect that. Once again, this is Satellite going to be able to find one and maybe get that Armageddon online. If not, you're playing for the next.
Exa is the drone. Is going to be playing in a forward position with this rifle. Not sure if he was actually seen there as the clone gets sent through. Clone's going to get revealed. That is an aggressive swing by Exa. Moose quickly shuts it down as they move on to the site. Core with the gun advantage. Still Ion with the ARP. I mean, there's 2 pistols they're going to, you know, kind of like fake, like, hey, yeah, we're definitely going this way, guys, after Moose rips the neural theft. But actually, it's going to be mid. Wow, Moose gets his head ripped clean off his shoulders by that bandit. Oh. Go on, Xander. I mean, you got to do it. Look, psychological game is going to be a big one, especially it being 12-6.
And they actually give Satellite the rifle here to try and punish this one.
He doesn't need a rifle. Just needs a bandit. Another rifle for me, thank you very much. Absurd stuff. Surely Flyer picks this kill up. Surely Xander doesn't get another one. He gets another one! A third! Okay, Kumi kills him at the end. Ion saves the op again. But Xander kills 3, 2 with a bandit, and then 1 with a rifle at the very end. Insult to injury, salt in the wound. Plenty more sayings you can say and throw in there, but
It's kind of crazy that Xander did that, but once again, all of the win conditions, I think this is really the round that FaZe was planning for, right? Because you've got the Armageddon online for Satellite, you've got the Cosmic Divide for Xander, 2 very impactful ultimates when you want to play that retake. You can essentially force your opponents away and force your opponents to either charge at you and funnel into small areas, walking through an entire wall. And so there is a lot here for Shopify Rebellion to potentially close this out. If QOR can take this round, then this is going to be how they slowly start to pull up, especially if they can fish those ultimates out of the SRB pockets.
Op perched up in A right now. They're probably not going to play as aggressive off of that drone sound as before. Oh, there's a lot of people in that smoke right now as Kumi, first one to go down. Armageddon's going to split the team up as Exa from the sky ends up getting taken down by Moose though. Looked like a clean triple kill there, but a double will have to suffice. Satellite now kills off Smoke and Flyer and Moose now in a 2v3. Big banner. Well, they just all fall down like dominoes. That is going to be the map and the round. That is Shopify Rebellion Black securing their spot in the grand finals.